All right, let's talk some Nick Bosa, okay? Now, I put up a poll. I asked this simple question, and this is how I kind of want to frame everything. Will Nick Bosa play week one? I gave three options. One, yes. Two, yes, but on a snap count limit. Three, no. 39% said no on the live YouTube currently. Just up to 40. There we go. We got about 250 votes on the live show. Um, yes was at 35%. Yes, but on a snap count limit, 25%, which I think is interesting. So over half of you guys think that Nick Bosa is still playing this week. Eh, Josh, he does not hold back. I love Josh. He says 0% chance he plays. I am not on the trade Bosa bandwagon. I am not on that at all. Now, Gregus, he says, Watt signed, talking about TJ, last minute and was able to put up two sacks. I think he had like 5 pressures, 2 sacks, maybe 5 quarterback hits. The difference was Watt was with his team the whole training camp, the whole preseason. He wasn't practicing fully, but he was with the team. So that's a little bit different. I want Bosa to play. There is no doubt. I want him out there. And it's not even close. Ed says, message to John and Kyle, just get him signed. If you want to win, shake my head. It's frustrating, man. It is very frustrating. Now, here's why I went on this whole thing. I got an email from Donna M. Shout out Donna. She says, John, can you explain the worst case scenario with Bosa on your show? What will happen if they can't agree? Okay. And so I was like, you know what? I set it aside. And again, I've had on my calendar for about 3 weeks now, 2.5 weeks. I'm not talking about Bosa until this day when the practices start for week one. Here we are. So I'm going to let you guys know. I want to make some of you mad. Not because I'm trying to, rile emotion and whatever else. Like, I was hoping this show would never happen, but it's happened. I'm going to probably say some things that people disagree with, and that's okay. Disagreements are a good thing. Stick with me. Allow us to hear your opinion. Let's have a conversation. Okay? So I think the worst case situation happening, I don't think is likely, but I've been saying that this whole damn time, is what Chris Jones is threatening. And it's not just Nick Bosa, and it's not just Chris Jones anymore. You have to add Brian Burns, the Carolina Panthers star pass rusher who was in the Bosa class as well. He is not showing up for practices. He's been at training camp. He's been at preseason. But now that it's time to prepare for week one, he pulled himself out of practice. He was holding in. So different than Chris Jones and Bosa, but he ain't playing. Panthers came out and said, we ain't paying him a new contract. So if he don't show up, he don't play. That's what it is. So I think that the worst case situation is similar to what Chris Jones is threatening with the Chiefs. Somebody asked him on Twitter, just point blank, how long are you going to be sitting out? Chris Jones said, I will sit out until week 8. The person responded, that's going to be a hefty tab, to which Chris Jones responded, quote, I can afford it, end quote. That's the worst. Now, why can it not be worse than that? The NFL CBA, I don't think that this is going to happen, by the way. But that's okay. I don't think that this is what's going to happen. I'm just saying this is the worst possible situation that's out there. The CBA says you have to play in 6 games in a given year for it to be counted as an accrued season, which means it lapses a year on your contract. If you play in less than that, then guess what? Nick Bosa's contract will not move forward. He will be in the exact same situation as this next year on his 5th-year option. Chris Jones will be in the exact same situation as his contract is this year. Brian Burns will be in the exact same contract situation as this year. Every CBA gets harsher and harsher on people that sit out. The NFL owners hate this more than anything, almost as much as the damn fans do, because it drives me up the damn wall. So you come back after week 8. How many, you missed the first 8 games, right? How many games are there in a season? 17th. That gives you 9 games to play 6 games. So if you do get injured and you miss 2 or 3 weeks, you can still get that accrued season. That's why week 8 or after week 8, that's why they're circling. They're saying, look, I just got to play 6 games this year. If I play 6 games, my contract goes into the next year, whatever that looks like. Kyle said they're not worried about Bosa being in shape. That's not an issue whatsoever. Bosa is in shape all the damn time, probably in the best shape of his life, and whatever. We always hear those things. Take it for what it is. Now the difference is football shape. Football shape is rough, and you only get it from hitting people. Now maybe Bosa's out there practicing and paying a bunch of people to come out there and hit him and whatever else. I'm going to argue he's not hitting George Kittle, and he's not hitting Trent Williams, and he's not hitting Kyle Juszczyk, and he's not hitting Jordan Mason, and he's not hitting those guys. He could pay a lot of money, but he ain't got those guys out there with him. And so do I think he's in whatever? Yes, I do. And Ed, right here, Kyle did say they weren't worried about his soft tissue injuries. Also, Bosa always ready to go. Not me, but not me, Kyle. Yeah, I'm with you, Ed. So I think him being around playing football, that's the only way you get ready for football. It really, really is. That's why I think even if he signs now, he's going to be on a snap count limit. Dick Sanders, what's up, man? John, love the things to be happy about video. Love your positivity. Do you still think Kittle will play week 1? I'd say 60% yes, but that, again, those numbers are getting down lower and lower and lower. So I'd say 60% Kittle plays right now. We get to Wednesday and he doesn't practice, I'm dropping down to 30%. So we're in this window. Hopefully Kittle's out there tomorrow or Wednesday. If he practices Wednesday, I think we're good. And so we'll see. Thank you also for the huge connection and for the support for the show. Thank you. You are incredible. Thank you, Mr. Sanders. Now, let's get to another question from Twitter. This is from Robert B. Thank you, brother. He says, Bosa's going to sign this week. If he doesn't, that would mean missing up to $2 million paycheck for missing the first week. So this is kind of a gray area for Nick Bosa because his game checks are 992,000. Sorry, I'll give you the full figure. 992,000. No, yeah, there we go. So 992,166. So that's the total he would miss. So just a shade under $1 million for every single game check that he loses. So, yeah, it's 1 million. Now the 49ers have waived all of his fees, $40,000 for every day he was in that training camp. Plus, they could have docked him one full game check for every preseason game. They could have docked him $3 million. Now, because he's still on his rookie deal, the Niners have chosen to waive those. They're not going to waive these missed game checks. I don't believe so. I don't think that you can waive those things. His contract's fully guaranteed. Now, I told you at the start of the show, I was going to say things that a lot of you disagree with. So here we go. And I'm sorry if I offend somebody. I'm not trying to. Whenever I talk player contracts, I side with the player 99% of the time. Generational wealth, they're the ones whose body go through everything, all those things. 99% of the time. Now, the 49ers and Nick Bosa have chosen keep this 100% private, okay? So, let me just say this. I don't know the numbers. I don't know if the Niners are lowballing them. I don't know if Bosa's holding out for $40 million a year, which would be insane. I don't know those things. So, here is where I am. I hold the 49ers and Nick Bosa accountable for where they are currently. And they both sides have completely failed this entire negotiation. Yes, I am holding Nick Bosa and his representation responsible completely. Are the 49ers off the hook? No, I don't believe so. But here are the things that we know for sure. The 49ers have not been on the cheap side of contracts. Are they on the cheap side of guarantees? Yes. But you look at every single damn situation that we have had. They paid Jimmy G top tier money. One of the highest paid quarterbacks after 5 damn games. Fred Warner, Kyle Juszczyk, George Kittle, Trent Williams, CMC, Debo. Every damn one of them were like the top paid guy in the damn NFL at their position. So you mean to tell me now they're at the point where they're like, you know what, let's play hardball? I don't understand that. Now, obviously, there is a gap between what Bosa wants and what the Niners want to do. There's no doubt about it. That's 100% factual. But I'm telling you this, you look at what Nick Bosa is making now, what he's making, and this I'm not making the whole argument of, oh, teacher salary. What and I'm a former teacher. No, that's bullshit argument. And I hate when people go there, whatever else. I'm talking about the money you are currently getting paid versus your own profession. Nick Bosa is getting 17.9 million guaranteed fully this year. If Nicholas John Bosa, there we go, I'm using my Sherman voice, goes out and plays this entire season, all of it, he gets $17.9 million. It's it's guaranteed. Now, I understand he's up for the biggest contract of his life. And I'm not saying that he should take less. I'm not saying any of those things. But here's what I am telling you. This dude, if you look at how much he's making versus every other edge, he is the sixth highest paid edge player in the NFL under the current contract, under this deal. So it's not like you guys, okay, here we go. Do y'all remember? This is completely different, and the similarities don't all match up. Do y'all remember Raheem Mostert? Y'all remember Raheem Mostert? Do y'all remember what happened whenever he said he wants a new contract? Do you understand? Raheem Mostert held out of training camp for 1 week over less than $1 million. It was like $900,000 a year. He wasn't even asking for more money. He just wanted to be guaranteed more. And this fan base, not everybody, probably not most of the people watching, sure as hell not me, trade that bum. I hate him. He was nothing. And they just went after Raheem Mostert's family. It was awful. Now, again, not you guys. You guys aren't part of that group. I understand that. But if you look at Raheem Mostert, that dude made less than like $6 million after 7 years of his career at that point. And he was asking for pennies. And everybody roasted his ass. You've got Bosa, the sixth highest paid edge player in the NFL this year. Guaranteed contract. Not showing up at all, and nobody gives a damn. I didn't want to do this damn show. I didn't want to do it. I said it 3 weeks ago. If it gets here, I'm doing it. Now I'm doing it. Now, Bosa's not the only problem, but Bosa sure as hell is not somebody that needs to not be criticized here. And I'm sorry if I'm pissing you off. I really, really am. I love you guys. I love this team. I love Nick Bosa. But that doesn't mean he should be apart from criticism. That dude should be 100% criticized because now it's all about him and not the damn team. I'm not saying he needs to take a team-friendly deal. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying this. The team is worse because of this deal not happening. That's on the Niners. That's on Nick Bosa. It's on Nick Bosa and the Niners. It's both and, not either or. Now, if it comes out and the Niners are offering him $31 million a year, then yeah, that's on the team and Nick Bosa should hold out. But here's the deal. He chose to keep all this private. Awesome. Well, then guess what? This is what you get. Because we're sitting here in the dark and all we can see is our team is worse because of your actions. Niners are responsible. Bosa is responsible. This is Michael Crabtree territory for me, and it affects the way in which I see this man. It really, really does. Do I hope Nick Bosa signs? And I hope all of this is for naught. And the dude's incredible. He's the best defensive player in the NFL. I have 2 Nick Bosa jerseys. I have Nick Bosa autographed jerseys I've spent ridiculous amount of money on just so I can give it away to you people. This is a problem. This is a problem. Bosa will have made, if he just played out this contract, $51.5 million in 5 years. It's not like he's poorly paid. 6th highest paid edge player in the NFL this year. The contract that he currently has. I don't know, man. And so I get that not everybody agrees with me. I get that. But at the end of the day, this team is suffering because of your actions. Period. That's all there is to it. And I think that's a problem. And I think everybody's giving him a pass. I don't think Wayne Breezy has been. Wayne Breezy's been very honest. I don't listen to a lot of the other shows. I'm sure there's other people too. Niners need criticism. Yes, and they're receiving it. And they should continue to receive criticism. But I'm telling you right now, I don't know why the hell Nick Bosa gets a pass on this. And I gave him 3 weeks. I set my alarm 3 weeks ago and said, if we get here, then I'm going to do it. But I didn't want to do this. I don't want to talk about this. But yeah, I never liked Crabtree. I can't stand that dude. One, again, my bias was brought into that being a Longhorn, Texas Longhorn. Like, so I hated him anyway. But I coached in Dallas and I met the dude. And literally the worst person I ever met. And I saw whatever he got drafted to our team, which was a crazy value. And I loved the pick when we drafted him 10th overall. And then he held out of a rookie slotted contract deal. Hell no. No, he talks all that trash against the Niners now. Screw Michael Crabtree, man. Can't stand that dude. No, he's not a good dude. At least it wasn't. I hope he changed. And I hope he's a great guy. And I hope wonderful things for him. I don't want ill will against anybody. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just telling you, whenever somebody says Michael Crabtree, I get pissed off. Just because I don't like you doesn't mean I want bad things to happen to you. Now, I love Nicholas John Bosa. I do. He's brought me so many happy memories in my short time of him being on my team. But damn it, this is your fault. It's your fault. It's yours. Fix it. At any point, you can fix it. And if it's not your fault, then guess what you do? You come out and you say, this is what they're offering me. That's all you got to do. Now, I understand they have a gentleman's agreement to say, oh, we're going to keep it private. I don't care. Now it's my team. And yeah, I say my team because my money goes to support all this damn thing. And I travel and I fly to and I do all these things. My team. Yes, mine. So fix it. That's it. That's it. And outside of that, like, I will wear a Nick Bosa jersey week 2. I'm wearing my Hufanga jersey week 1 because the Palomalu thing and the Mika Fitzpatrick. So that's week 1. Week 2, I would love nothing more than to wear my 97 jersey and to show up and cheer like crazy when he is out there. But we can't do that because you're not signed under a deal despite being the 6th highest paid edge in the NFL currently. All right. I apologize for that. I love Nick Bosa, man. I freaking love that dude. He's the best there is. He's the best there is. Just get in the damn team, man. Go be with the team. And if your deal ain't done, guess what? Report and play. 6th highest paid edge player in the NFL. Niners get the damn job done. I don't care what you got to do. There's no reason to not have this damn deal done. None. Your team is worse because of it. It's worse, and it shouldn't be.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.